Cloudcast Media. Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
I'm Drew Schlosberg with Cloudcast Media, and we're doing a special edition of the Spotlight on the Community Show from Chula Vista Elementary School District Sound Station. And we are brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, doing great things in San Diego for more than 60 years. Our Spotlight Show is the nation's longest-running community podcast. We're now in our 17th year, and sitting across from me is a longtime friend and colleague, Omar Calleros. He is the Director of Extended Learning Opportunities Program for Chula Vista Elementary School District. How long has it been, Omar?
Well, since I last saw you, it's been about 3 years, 4 years?
At least 3 or 4 years, my goodness. And I met Omar with some of my former colleagues at the Union Tribune when he was working for the San Ysidro School District, doing great things there, and now doing cool things here. So when you left San Ysidro School District, you went to the Chula Vista Community Collaborative, is that right?
That is correct.
Okay, and what did you do there?
So as the director of the Chula Vista Community Collaborative, one of our main focus was to run 5 family resource centers. And the beauty of it is that it wasn't just one organization running it. It really was a collaborative. We had Chula Vista School District that supported 4 sites, and Sweetwater School District supported one of the sites at their continuing education high school, Palomar High School. In addition to that, we had South Bay Community Services, who really contributed a lot to this to that movement. One thing I'd like to highlight, though, because there was the way that started was a brainchild of a nurse from the Chula Vista School District. Her name escapes my memory right now. I'm sure it'll come in a little bit. 3
in the morning, it'll be hit. I will guarantee you that's when it's going to hit. So,
but she started. She saw a need for it, and connected principals and other community members, and she started a Chula Vista Community Collaborative, which focused on community health, mainly trying to get food to kids. That was like one of the first efforts.
Healthy food to kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's great to see how one position that people feel might be pigeonholed, see a need, and then they start a movement that continues. And 30 years later, the collaborative is still up and running.
That's great. So when did you transition over to the school district?
It feels like a long time, but it's only been about 3 months.
Really?
Yeah. So July, I fully transitioned into this new role. So through my experience with after-school programming, it just kind of meshed pretty well. So July 1st, I officially started as the Director of Expanded Learning Opportunity Programs.
Right. So, and the new role is to work with students on programs before and after school, or just after school, or before, during, and after school?
It's before school, after school, and also during the intersessions.
Okay, right. Exactly. And so throughout the summer, correct, as well?
Throughout the summer, we just, through our fall break, we offered 2 weeks of full services.
Nice.
It was a 9-hour day. It's great for parents that work and they can't get the time off or can't afford that type of care. So we offer them breakfast, we offer them lunch, and they get a snack. And in between there, we offer great programming, which includes field trips. Nice. A lot of learning activities, so full 9 hours of activities. A good mark is when parents pick up their kids and they take them home and they fall asleep in the car. They had a good day at an activity.
Well, they'll be talking about that. Now, is this funded by the school district? Is it funded by grants? Is it funded through the state?
It's a blend of funds. So the Expanded Learning Opportunity Programs is a specific fund that came down from the state. We also have ACES funds. And they fund about 20 of our school sites as well. So they fund before and after school. And we're currently looking into obtaining funds through the 21st Century Fund. So we run a comprehensive program that's going to be mainstream regardless of the funding source. Obviously, there's guidelines we need to adhere to, but we're looking to create a program that encompasses all. We're going to look to get rid of some of the acronyms because it could be confusing to a lot of people, including parents and myself. So that's where the brainchild of LEAD, as I have some fresh merchandise here, my vest.
We're going to be shouting it out in a few seconds here. Yeah, absolutely. So, we'll get right to it now. What is LEAD?
So LEAD's going to be the new name. So we're branding it LEAD, which stands for, as I point out the letters, Learn, Enrich, Aspire, and Develop. So we're looking to create a single comprehensive program where all the activities will be under the umbrella of LEAD. So whether we have ACES funding or 21st century funding, we're going to organize it so that parents have the options to participate or have their kids participate in different enrichment activities, which also will include the traditional programs of supervision up until the end of what the workday usually ends.
Right, and this will always be, again, done during the after-school hours, correct?
Yes.
Right, exactly. Or in the summer, or during those spots in the, holiday vacations.
Right, those interstation times.
Exactly. But the activities will be pretty much the same or different?
Different. What's unique, and we kicked off this year, is that we have a lot of talented staff. So we tapped into their talents. And so we asked staff, like, what do you have? What are you passionate about that you'd like to share with kids, or something that you're certified in that you're willing to spend your time during the after-school time with kids? And so we were pretty surprised with a lot of the activities that our staff signed up for. We have sewing, knitting. We have running clubs in the morning, a lot of science activities, math, modified martial arts. So that they learn the discipline and the respect and a lot of different attributes that martial arts offers. We have robotics that's kicking off. So a whole slew of different activities that have started already. We could say we have over 300 activities across the district right now.
No, that's terrific. We're chatting with Omar Calleros, a longtime friend of Drew Schlosberg, as I may say. Very good. Good to see you.
Likewise.
He's the Director of Extended Learning Opportunities Program from the Chula Vista Elementary School District. You're listening to a special edition of Spotlight on the Community show here from beautiful Sound Station, part of the Chula Vista Elementary School District's stations all over the district. Some unbelievable innovation going on in this district hand for many years, and certainly if you want to do a word association, school innovation, you got to have Chula Vista Elementary School District associated with this. We're brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union. Our Spotlight show is the nation's longest running community podcast now in our 17th year, and Mission Fed's been doing just great things in San Diego for more than 60 years. So talk about equitable services. Okay, what does that mean?
So equitable services is, we've seen a lot of visuals of what equity and equality means in services like such. So equitable services really means giving people or students what they need at the time they need it and the amount they need, right? So one visual that I saw once was giving the same amount of lunch items to like a kindergartner versus a high school kid. Obviously, a high school kid will require a little bit more nutrition than a kindergartner.
That's right.
So when we look at equitable services, we want to make sure that we are providing the services, enrichment activities, and educational activities for these kids during the after-school time so that they can, if they need to catch up or need additional time in the classroom or more specialized tutoring, that we offer that to those school sites in those areas that maybe have been underrepresented in several demographic areas. So that is one of the main focuses of ELOP, is to offer equitable services, to focus on kids that they are demographic identified as unduplicated students. So we want to make sure that we focus on those kids first. So ELOP really came out after the pandemic.
Right.
Those kids that were disconnected felt disengaged. So we want to make sure that we're giving these services and connecting them and encouraging them to participate as well.
Yeah. So what I love what you said about this is that you're giving these kids these services when they need them, not after the fact. And that is so, and you're meeting them where they are, which is so critical in that aspect of it. And part of equity, of course, is obviously having access to these things. Will the students that go through your program take advantage of this beautiful sound station and be the next good podcasters? What do you think?
I think they will. The beauty of, and what drew me to also to Chula Vista was there was a lot of programs already in place. There was a lot of innovation thinking. all my colleagues and coworkers, they really set the foundation to a lot of things. So although the funding may be new, the thought and the ideas, being able to identify the needs, that's not new. The district has done a great job of trying to connect kids to these different types of services. So the innovation station, the sound station, is one of those brainchilds that came up ahead of time. So I really feel that Chula Vista School District was ahead, and they try to stay ahead. So it's nice to be able to come into an atmosphere where that is the process and that is the expectation. And I'm able to help create other opportunities and to continue to push that forward.
No, that's great. When we come back from break, Omar, we're going to talk more about the impact of people on a child's future. And we all know how critical that certainly is in that area. I want to talk about a special story you want to share about some families that you guys adopted over the holiday time as well. And, one of the things that we've been doing for the 17 years I've been doing the show is we always save time in the second half to ask you, what can our listeners do to support your efforts and support your mission? So be giving some thought to that when we return with Omar Calleros. He is the director of Extended Learning Opportunities Program for the Chula Vista Elementary School District. I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media, and we will be right back.
When you do your banking with Mission Fed, you get great rates on auto and home loans. That's good for you, but something good also happens for a lot of other people. We're not for profit, so we put money back into the community to help lots of great nonprofits to keep San Diego strong. So you're not just getting something good, you're doing something good. Come to Mission Fed. It's banking that's good for all.
Brand amplification is the DNA of Cloudcast Media, and our code is the powerful blending of sound, voice, and storytelling to lift local brands and their communities. Whether it is our Brandcast, Schoolcast, or Causecast platforms, the unifying ethos is all about this community, the one you call home. If you dare to dream and want to explore the brand amplification of Cloudcast, a national leader in local podcasting and other Winfluence strategies, please visit us at cloudcast.us.
I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media, and you're listening to a special edition of the Spotlight on the Community show here from Chula Vista Elementary School District Sound Station. We're brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, doing great things in San Diego for more than 60 years. Our Spotlight show is the nation's longest-running community podcast, now in our 17th year, joined by Omar Calleros, Director of Extended Learning Opportunities Program, Chula Vista Elementary School District. Omar and I have known each other for quite a while, and no surprises, continuing to do great things for this district now. Talk about just the critical nature of knowing that how certain people can impact a child's future and how important that is to be part of that child's future.
Yeah, I think words, sometimes we throw heavy words lightly, right?
Right.
And our actions and how we interact with kids has an impact of the way they see not only their experience at school or their core memories, but what they share in the future as well. And so I kind of want to share a little bit of like our experiences with kids. We've seen kids in that school program like with smiles. And there was this mentor of mine that used to always say, don't just show up, show out. Right? So just being there at the moment is not good enough. Like showing up for these kids, understanding that the experience, not just the program, but the experience and the energy you bring really makes a big difference. And not only just for these programs, but I think even at work, right? You show up, you show out, you engage with your colleagues, you engage with other people. The energy you bring can really change the way a program is delivered and can really change the experience. So I try to check that every day. When I pull up, it's not just a day. I'm not just checking in. I'm not clocking in. I'm showing up, and I'm overseeing a program that's a game changer for kids. a total game changer for families. Families trust that they're at work and their kids are safe during the after-school time. The way after-school program really came about was the thought of critical hours. So the times between the school bell or the school day ended and the time that parents came home, that's really when kids were experimenting with a lot of different things. They were getting involved with really activities that weren't the best choices.
Nefarious activities.
Yes. So I won't go into my after-school days, but I could say that those facts are true. But
it's funny. Joshua said the same thing in his interview, by the way. So but listen, you have been in that space. You know what I find it's great because the activities that you're doing, and especially now with LEAD, even more different, more activities. And we know this. When you think about, boy, what do I remember most from elementary school? I remember hanging out with, doing these things with Omar's. They're going to remember this stuff into their high school years, into their college years, and you have made a difference, and you will make a difference. And the parents are going to appreciate that aspect of it. I know this is, you're in your third month here, so to speak, and hopefully you'll be here for another 30 years, or whatever the case may be. That's what, if you can last that long.
That is the hope.
That is that is the hope in that aspect of it. We talked about this right before break. You got a great story to talk about, some of families you adopted over holiday time. Talk about that.
Yeah, it's a little bit from the previous work, just as I transition over.
Sure.
We have the Chula Vista Community Collaborative has a Adopt a Family event. And these are the families that have been identified through the family resource centers that really have a high need. There was one family that the mom disappeared, grandma was raising them. One of them was in a wheelchair, didn't have the appropriate ramp for their house. They were just awarded supplemental housing to live in a better, bigger space. And they were asking basically for clothes and some food for Christmas. So we recruit volunteers to give gifts or adopt this family. And sometimes there's multiple families that do this. To their surprise, and to our surprise as well, because we didn't connect that a new, bigger house required more furniture. We just thought they were going to transition their furniture over. So we went through their wish list, purchased the items they needed as we showed up. The Impala's Car Club adopted this family. So they didn't realize was that the entire car club was going to show up in front of their house, lowriders, and they had Santa. They had the gifts in the back of their cars. And as we pulled up, we noticed they didn't have any Christmas decorations. So as the family came out, they were overwhelmed with joy. It was beyond their expectations. And as we saw there wasn't any Christmas decorations, everybody pulled their money together, went to the corner store or the corner lot where they sold Christmas trees and such, brought the decorative stuff back, and the house was decorated through all the Impala club members as well. So it was a great event. It's always nice and heartwarming to see communities come together and different groups and different populations that come to support others as well. So it was just one of those nice things to remind you that sometimes we're way more blessed than we think we are.
Yeah, and it does take those people to take that extra step. And I love how you described for you, you pretty much daily, I'm showing up, but I'm going to do more than show up. I'm going to take a look and see if I can raise the bar on that aspect of it. Let's talk a little more about LEAD, okay? And so, with LEAD, is that going to require extra funding, extra resources, or will that still be within the same space of the Extended Learning Opportunities Program?
So luckily, we do have enough funding to fund several different ideas and activities and staff as well. So we are pretty locked in with this funding for a few more years.
Nice.
So we do look forward to continue to grow a robust program and to continue to grow programs that have been successful as well and support them.
Right.
So it's an activity. It's within the activities that are going to really make a difference.
Right. So, talk about the collaboration from what you do. We had a Mark on talking about, VAPA, of course.
Yeah.
Michael, who is the innovation king of Chula Vista Elementary School District and all the different, stations that they have. And, of course, Joshua doing the community schools. How do you guys all work together on this?
It's nice because it's a really nice collaboration between all the different departments, as kind of I mentioned before. We are able to support some of the activities they run during the core day in the after school time. So maybe kids that haven't had the opportunity to engage with these activities or would like to engage even more, we're able to support those activities in that time. So it's nice to extend that or connect to a kid that's really found an interest in one of these departments or activities. With Josh, Josh and I sit in the same room, so we have an open space room. It's kind of like the Google, but maybe not as nice looking. So, but we always bounce ideas off each other, and there's a connection there with the community background and engagement.
Right.
So we're able to bounce ideas of how we could connect and engage, not just enrichment and academic. What are the social services that Josh brings to the table? And how can we support them through ELOP? And that's something we're able to do as well.
Right, and especially when you look at this sound station, which we're so proud of at Cloudcast Media. We were honored to work with Michael and Superintendent Reyes, for about a year. Michael's done a great job working with his team to build this up. We think this is going to be a model, not just for other schools in the district, but all the other 42 school districts in our county should really come and visit this and say, you too can be doing this and engaging these students and so forth. So, Omar, what can our Spotlight on the Community listeners do to support your efforts? What can we do?
I would just say enroll your kids. If you have a child that's interested in an activity, communicate that interest. We do have staff at each school site that is dedicated to overseeing this program. So that staff is there to listen to the parents, take surveys for the kids, and take note of what activities they need. The nice thing about each school site is that although some of the activities may be similar, they don't look exactly the same across the district. So each after-school program should be somewhat designed to meet the needs and the wants of each community. So communicate with your site leads. They are the staff that's in charge of the programs. Let them know what you want. Let them know what you need at your school site. And it's our job to make sure that we can try to make that possible for them.
That sounds great. How do people get a hold of you? They like this interview. I need to talk to my good friend Omar. How do they get a hold of you? What's your email?
Email is the best way. So it's omar.calleros@cvesd.org. So
very
Omar
good.
Calleros.
Omar, good seeing you again, my friend.
Likewise.
And I'm looking forward to having you and your colleagues make a return appearance on our Spotlight show. And we always love bringing students on that have benefited from the great work that you're doing in the ELOP program, or that Mark has on with VAPA, or Joshua is going to be bringing in folks from the community schools and so forth. So I think there's some great opportunities to continue this conversation.
Absolutely.
Omar, great seeing you, Omar Calleros. He is the Director of Extended Learning Opportunities Program in Chula Vista Elementary School District. I'm Drew Schlosberg, and you've been listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community show here from Sound Station of the Chula Vista Elementary School District. We hope you enjoyed the show.
You've been listening to an episode of Drew Schlosberg's Spotlight on the Community show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego community. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
Cloudcast Media.